Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am going to do a reading for you, but this reading is not going to be like other readings that you're seeing online. Of course, there's going to be a lot of people out there who are going to tell you that stuff is changing. I think I was one of them. Stuff around the world is changing. Earth is going through radical changes. Humanity is going through spiritual awakenings. And while that may be true, and it is true actually, but okay, so let me ask you a question. Why do you think that you miss your childhood so much? Why do you think that you miss all the simpler times more than now? Do you remember the times when your parents used to say to you that, like, don't watch television so much, don't waste your time, do something productive, or like you used to go out to play? And I'm not talking to the newer generation when I say this, the older generation, but the difference is at that time human beings were not always connected, and human beings did not know everything that was happening in the world. As a result, their nervous system was able to actually hold the information that they receive, which was more relevant to them. And I'm not saying that you should not know everything that is going on earth, and but I do have to say, that as a community, if you cannot create change globally, then maybe it's not supposed to be known to you whatever is happening on the other side of the world. Today we are connected more, of course, by transportation and internet, but really, what is it doing for us, for all of us as a collective? Like, of course, a person with more resources on the other side of the world can help someone on the other side of the world. Yes, that could be a new karma, something beautiful. However, constantly being bombarded with so much information is actually harming our nervous system, and our nervous system is very crucial for day-to-day life. So I just read a post on Substack actually, and it was very informative. And basically, it was talking about how doom scrolling affects our minds, and constantly doom scrolling actually creates more minor, like mini stress points, and then as a collective it becomes more stressful because there is no break in between them and the negative information that you're receiving, and each and every point of this negative information is actually making you stressed out without your knowledge. So anytime anything that you perceive as a negative information, your nervous system is actually perceiving it as a threat, even if there is stuff going on in the world right now. It is out of our control as an individual who is sitting here at home, who is not probably part of those organizations or does not have that kind of power. You cannot actually go and change anything, but you can change yourself. You can change your frequency. You can't change your frequency while you're thinking about the negative things in the world. And that does not mean I'm telling you to switch off from paying attention to the things that are happening in the world. If you can actually make changes, you're exactly in the right place. But the people who are not able to, for any reason, no judgment here, only thing you can take care of is yourself, your family, your friends, your like community where you are. But you won't be able to unless you take care of yourself first. You have to pour into yourself first, and that means just go and live your life. Grab like a cup of tea, look outside the window. It's raining right now in New York. It's been kind of foggy since yesterday, but today it's absolutely beautiful. I like this weather. But to be honest, I wouldn't have even noticed it if I had closed a window, just done the chores at home, and watched TV or just doom scrolled on social media. I would have not noticed it that much. If possible, if you have the time between lunch breaks or just in the evening, step out of your home and observe what's around you. If you have a park nearby, go to the park. If you're watching this from India, you know it's probably warmer there, and the nature is obviously in full bloom. Pick a flower, smell it. I don't even remember the last time I stepped outside, plucked a flower. I mean, of course, I'm not allowed to pluck flowers here, but back in India, maybe you're allowed. So, pick up a flower and just smell it and be in the moment. Just be in the moment. You know what happens when you're all like stressed out and feeling all nervous, and your nervous system is like, there's a danger, threat, I have to fight this, or I have to be prepared to fight something. But like, you can feel your awareness go out of your body, all the way out. When you come down, gradually you'll feel it's right here. Put your awareness back in your body. Try and stay in your body as much as possible. That is going to heal you so much. Otherwise, trust me, a few years down the line, you're going to look back and you're going to be like, I missed all that life. Like, you could have lived it. Could have lived those moments fully. But you are too traumatized to see the good things that are also happening on the side. You know, life does not promise that bad things won't happen. Good and bad things will happen, sometimes even at the same time. I can't even, like, every life is different. I can't even do the maths of the equality of it. It's gonna come in waves sometimes. Good, bad. I think that right now the way that the life has been set up is not conducive to this kind of understanding, because of like people getting a quick hit from scrolling, or expectations like I'm hungry and I order food and it's here at my doorstep and I don't have to do anything. That is not how we used to live our life originally. Humans used to go forage to forests. They had to work really hard to make crops and fruits, plant trees, wait. They learned patience. They learned how to do hard work. They learned how to learn like important life skills. They learned how to value things. They learned how to actually like figure out strategies and planning. Now we take everything so lightly, and if we don't get something that we like, we just like, my mood is gone. Like, I'm not in the mood for this anymore. Mood was not even a concept back then. People just lived, It was just about being happy to be alive. And I'm not talking about the survival. Like, it does seem like there was a lot of survival mechanism going on. And maybe in the past few years, people have relaxed, but now we are not in that zone anymore. Things are changing in the world. And when things are changing fast like this, we really have to work extra hard to take care of ourselves and really go back to the basics. So the basics actually they teach us the value of things. We cannot take things that we already have lightly just because we don't have the things we want. Sometimes we have to see what is right in front of us and value that fully. And then we realize how much abundance we actually do have in our life, and the gratitude will actually fill us up so much. And of course, the law of attraction is always at work. Of course, the universe will give you what you actually want and the next step in your journey. But first, you have to take care of yourself. First, you have to make sure that your nervous system is relaxed, calm, and not like imagining a threat all the time. People who love you are not a threat, even if they are thinking different thoughts. For example, people at work are not a threat. They are not going to steal your job all the time. Relax. If you're good at your job, you will be fine. rather than trying to put someone else down. Pull yourself up, learn new skills. I feel this is what is coming up for me right now. Humanity really needs to understand what actually matters. It's not about all the negative anxiety, like abandonment. It's a trauma, it's a wound. Everybody has wound. And I'm seeing this very clearly, even in divine masculine and feminine. Both have their wounds. Both are wondering, like both want to be held, and both are wondering who should be held first. Guys, you be the first person to hold the other person. Hold yourself first though. Learn how to hold yourself. Heal yourself, guys. Don't get lost, because the thing is, you doom scroll and hours might go by and you'll wake up and you'll be like, what happened? The life will pass you by. You're just like a tiny human being on a tiny planet. Okay, I'm gonna say it. It's true. And I don't want to minimize your trauma. Okay, because I understand. I have compassion for everybody's feelings, emotions, and thoughts. I know it can be hard. I know. And I'm not trying to minimize anybody. But yes, the truth of the matter is, we are a tiny person, living thing on a tiny planet. If you put it into perspective, in a very vast universe. And if we want to make sure that our life matters, then we have to make it matter. And it's easier to complain and vent and rant about the things that you don't like. It's okay also, but I think the thing that we really need to do is not overdo it and pull back, learn how to pull back out of that and go back to doing the thing that actually makes us happy and relaxed and like feel good. Basically, if you really want to talk about mood, then you have to make your mood better, and in a way that is not unhealthy. Like, we don't want to depend on substances for making our mood better. I think the first and most important thing that we require right now is our mindset, a healthy mindset. Not just a mindset, I think it starts from the thoughts, because thoughts bring things into awareness, which is step one for change. And then the next step is making sure that you're emotionally regulated. Does not mean you're always going to be a stoic person where you don't have a rise in your emotions. That is not at all what I'm saying, guys. I'm talking about having the waves of emotions that will come, because that's what happens to a human being. That is just how human beings are built. There are going to be some rises and falls to emotions, which are going to lead to mood swings. But having said that, if you have a healthy perspective on what truly matters and what you want to do with your time, I think so that it will be easier for you to pull back out and not always rely on somebody else to make you feel better. Because trust me, guys, this is something that is happening to every single person out there. Most of us are going through anxiety. It's a pandemic right now, literally. Stress and pandemic. So do you really want to rely on somebody else for giving you oxygen when they don't have oxygen for themselves? Do you really think that's fair? No, right? Have some compassion for yourself as well. Like, don't shame yourself for having feelings, these big feelings that you get. It's okay to have big feelings, but it's more important for you to understand and realize the real meaning behind your feelings. You need to go and figure them out yourself. You're a soul, you're a body, you're alone. And no, I'm not saying this in a scary bad way that makes you feel abandoned or something like that. No. But we were born on our own, like separate bodies, right? With our own consciousness, right? So that was a chance and a choice given to us. And we took that chance when we came into this physical body, into this physical existence of 3D world, right? So that means you have the choice of doing things your way, just not in a way that is intentionally harming others, right? So I want to be the person on the internet right now to tell you to make sure that you pull yourself out, pull yourself up, and not depend on other people to make you feel better. Because better, because they are going through their own crisis right now. Trust me, it's all over everywhere. There's so much advice out there that itself shows us that, and the kind of advice that people are giving constantly, that actually shows us, like, literally, yes, it seems like everybody is going through it. That does, that in a way does normalize things, but that does not give us the free pass just to carry on with these patterns. Because guys, that means that these negative patterns that have come up are coming up because we have to solve them. And the only way to solve them is by being stronger ourselves, by being resilient ourselves, by giving ourselves that love and affection that we feel that we should receive from others. No, first figure out how to give that to yourself, because they need it too. How are you going to give it to them if you can't, like, if you don't have it yourself? Our true nature is love. Our true nature is kindness and love. Like, we are compassion in embodiment of compassion, of love. And everybody is broken in some way. Everybody is wounded out there. So if you're expecting somebody to be like a certain way, like you want them to be for you, it's not going to happen. It would have happened maybe like even 10-15 years back on some level, because the consciousness on earth was very different. But right now, everybody is going through it. You're not alone. And when I say you're not alone, I mean you're not alone. Don't feel bad that you're alone. You feel like you're the only one going. No, you're not the only one going through it. And I'm not trying to minimize it. I want to say that very clearly. Just because you're going through something and other people are going through something, I am not saying that, oh yeah, your pain is normal and it's okay. No, I know how painful and hurtful it can be to be in that place. Okay, so don't at all feel like that. I mean, I cannot tell you how to feel. I take that back. But let me just say that everybody is going through this awakening at the same time right now. Literally everybody. And it's crazy. And because of internet, we know this, because internet is the place everybody puts the stuff. Not just the advice, but the experiences, the little skits that you see online. Why do you think it's happening? Because it's actually happening in people, in their lives. And you can see the reflection of your own life in their skits sometimes. And in the reflection of their advice. I can see so many tangents happening at the same time in all possible levels. Like, right from the personal to the global level, every single level in the middle, and on top of that, climate change. So I think Earth is going through it with us, literally. So all I'm asking you to do right now is, don't feed yourself so much information that you can't swallow, you can't digest it. Okay, relax, take it easy. I think first of all, become aware how much you can take without becoming overwhelmed, because the operating from an overwhelm, normally also people who are working daily, they are going to be on some level a bit stressed out. And I'm only observing the facts. I'm not saying what it should be like. The truth is, going to work should not feel stressful, actually, because it is a life you are building, like, right? You are earning a living. It should honestly not be stressful, but that's the way of life, and it has been for quite a long time now. So I'm going to observe those facts and say that that is the truth. So somewhere you have things under control, which is your personal life. And when you know that when you're overwhelmed, the reason you're even doom scrolling is because you want a little bit of that hit, and you don't want to do any thinking. You just want to keep scrolling and get some hits. But what you're not realizing is you're actually rewiring your brain, and on top of that, your nervous system is also getting hit, literally, and getting if there is any negative thing which you cannot control, by the way, what comes on your timeline. You can't control every single time. So it's like many stressful events that are popping up, and they're layering on top of what you already had. As a result, let me ask you this: are you actually spending time with your loved ones? Are you being present with them, or are you just giving your kids phone so that they can do their own thing and they're distracted, they don't come and bother you? Or are you not talking to your partners, or are you avoiding actually having exciting conversations, interesting conversations? Are you avoiding learning something new just because you're so tired and overwhelmed all the time? Have you figured out why you're tired and overwhelmed all the time? Have you done something about it? Because let me tell you guys, one fine day, 10 years will have gone by, and you'll look back and you'll be like, you missed such a long part of your life which you could have spent with your loved ones and created memories. Because that's all life is. Life is not about how much money you earn. Well, a little bit it is, of course. But it's more about, have you lived it well? Like, what was the point of all this if you didn't live it? And you think that life is lived in big moments, but it's not. Big moments are great, but the micro moments matter the most in your everyday daily life. Otherwise, there'll be years and years that will pass by, and there'll be like nothing significant from those years, except for the times that you went on big trips, which is not always possible for everybody. The micro moments can be so beautiful. Just stepping out into the farmer's market, or just going out and purchasing flowers and smelling them, watching the sun rise, watching the sun set, looking at the water, and like looking at the waves, listening to the sound of the water waves, listening to the sound of the rain, the smell of the earth when the rain falls. These moments, listening to the birds, it's these things where you're not even spending money. These things are literally available to you for free. Just observe what they do to your nervous system. I'm telling you right now, shopping also, on some level, sometimes overdoing it can affect you. You will feel guilty, and guilty is not a good vibration. Of course, you know this. And I'm not trying to shame you for shopping. I like shopping too. But what I'm trying to say is incorporating such micro moments in life that actually make you feel alive and like whole all by yourself, and like the value of being here right now is making sure you're here and you're present and you're available to the present tense and this moment. The energy that you bring into this particular moment is your absolute value. It's your absolute spirit, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So guys, I want to leave you with this message for today: is don't overdo it. Yes, information is always available all the time. It's literally at the beck and call of your fingertips like this. And so you know that if you decide to go back there, it will be there. So chill. You're fine. Just do your thing, and maybe it'll help you if you create like a small window during the day where you allow yourself to go through the information to sort of make sure that you are not overwhelmed. So even if people are talking about the end of the world, even if they're talking about how humans are going through a consciousness awakening, there might be messages like, oh my gosh, pets are behaving weird, or like any other geopolitical thing, whatever is happening, everything that is happening. Try to limit yourself from consumption. Try to make sure that you create something in your day-to-day life, even if it's like a small cup of coffee that you make in a very present way that makes you feel good. You're gonna drink it, you're gonna be enjoying it. For me, it's chai. I drink tea every day, and I love making it in a certain way. I use ayurvedic ingredients when I make it, and I absolutely love and I look forward to that every day. And for me, that moment is so important, when I'm just sitting and sipping the tea and I'm really just present, and just in that moment there's just me and my tea. That's it. For you, it can be anything else. Trust me, your life will become so beautiful. It will become so juicy. It will overflow with these juicy, beautiful moments. Like it's called the rasa of life. Rasa is the juice that will start coming back into your life because you are creating these micro moments for yourself, which means that your everyday life feels beautiful. So that's my message for today. Limit your information take, consumption take, and put some discipline into your life. Protect your nervous system. Everything around you is not a threat. You're good. You're fine. All the best. Bye.